Welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. I bring you a story today that I don't want to bring. I don't want to tell you the story. But I'm going to. Because I believe it's information that you need. I believe it's information that everybody needs to listen to. So please, follow me on this. Listen to what I have to say. And please, please take it to heart. I brought you a story the other day of a 4-year-old who was blinded by the flu. Today I bring you a story of a 16-year-old who died because of the flu. Let's preface this with the situation that we're dealing with right now. In the terms of pediatric flu deaths, we're at 39. You ask me, that's way too many. The CDC says overall, they're expecting there to be about 13 million cases as of so far, and they figured about 6,600 deaths from the flu. Now, many of those, of those 6,600, you've got elderly people, disabled people with, other pre-existing conditions. Not so many, and not all of those are perfectly healthy people. But let's bring you the story of 60-year-old Kaylee Roberts. Kaylee Roberts, a bright, vibrant child, healthy, normal, happy. Just before Christmas was diagnosed with the flu, influenza B. At the time, especially right now, it was it's the main flu going around right now. It's also very devastating to children. But she was diagnosed just before Christmas, and by New Year's Eve, she had passed away, devastating her father and her family. Now, when she was diagnosed, her father, was kind of ragged on a little bit by the doctor for not getting his daughter vaccinated. And believe it or not, that could have made a huge difference. One, it may have prevented her from contracting the virus. But two, even if she had contracted the virus, she may have been able to survive it. Because if you get the flu shot, you are less likely to have deadly, gravely ill complications, such as sepsis, pneumonia. But by New Year's Eve, she was dead. Christmas Day, she went with her family, went to her aunt's house, opened presents. She was perfectly happy. Yeah, she was sick, and you could tell she didn't feel good. But according to her family, she wasn't acting outside of her normal self. They rushed her to the hospital a few days later. Hospital found nothing in her lungs or anything, and then 2 days later, she was rushed to a children's hospital in Cleveland, where it was found that one entire lung was full of fluid, and her other lung was almost half full of fluid. 16-year-old Kaylee had pneumonia. And some people don't think about it. They're like, oh, it's the flu. You don't get nothing else. But the thing is, it compromises your immune system. It allows other things to take advantage. In her case, she had a case of pneumonia on top of the flu. It's a major complication, a deadly complication, and it happens more often than you think. But you would think, that young people would have it made, right? They've got these great immune systems. But according to the doctor that in the article, it's their immune system that plays against them. It's that robust, strong immune system that causes the complications. That's why influenza B affects children far more than it does adults. Or influenza in general. Their immune systems go into overdrive, and they don't know when to stop. Therefore, it allows other things to come in. It focuses so much on that one virus, like the flu, that it doesn't kill the other ones that are coming in. Or even worse, the body ends up attacking itself as is what happened with the 4-year-old in Iowa who ended up blind. It's what happened here with 16-year-old Kaylee. Many people don't seem to understand the gravity of the situation. They don't seem to understand that children die from the flu if you don't get them vaccinated. And yes, I understand that no matter what you do, something bad could happen. But wouldn't you rather take that ounce of prevention? Now, I don't know why Kaylee was not vaccinated. I don't understand why she wasn't, and I don't know any information as to why. But I'm going to say once again, just like I said in my last video, vaccinate your children. Unless there's a physical reason, like a family history or a history with a child or whatever, that says they can't be vaccinated, you need to vaccinate your children. From the flu, the measles, everything. Not only could you possibly save yourself heartache of having to bury your child, you could actually help them stay healthy to where they don't get the flu at all. You never know. I think an ounce of prevention is worth it. Unless you have a family history. Now, if you have a family history where people have gotten sick or deathly ill because of taking the flu shot, or you're allergic to the stuff that creates the flu shot, please pay attention to your symptoms. You have like, I think 48 hours after the symptoms start to be able to get the Tamiflu. And if you don't get that soon enough, and you don't use it, or you don't buy it, you will die. I don't want to seem like an alarmist, but the flu is no joke. I get my flu shot every year. Why? Because my immune system is crap. As somebody with a neuromuscular disease, I have to have the flu shot, and the people around me have to have the flu shot. I can't be around people who don't get the flu shot because they could give me the flu. In fact, I have friends right now in the same apartment complex who have not seen me since the flu really got going. They may have seen me in passing, but I haven't been up close to them. I've waved and kept going. And it's not because I don't like them. Hell, I'll leave a store if I start hearing people coughing around me. Because my biggest fear in life is to die from the flu. Or bronchitis or pneumonia. I feel so bad for this family. And I feel really bad that Kaylee had to suffer like this. It devastates me. I don't even know the family. I don't even know this kid. But I just don't understand. I can't get it. It doesn't get through my head. Maybe I'm too hard-headed, too stubborn to understand. I have a friend of mine that says they won't vaccinate their kids because of religious views. So they would rather follow their religion and have a dead child than let their child be vaccinated. People, just do it. Please. Please. I'm begging you. If your child can be vaccinated, get them vaccinated. And I'm going to say one more time. For anybody that may be important, that may happen to stumble across this video. If you're one of those important people, I want a law passed. I want a law passed that guarantees a flu shot to every single American, regardless of their ability to pay. I don't care what you call it. I don't care if you think it's socialism. I don't care if you think it's communism. I want our children protected against the flu. Case closed. Anyways, the CDC says you still have time to get vaccinated because the flu season, even though things are declining a little bit, they see a spike coming up in possibly with influenza A. Anyhow, Get your flu shot if you haven't got one. Be sure you get one this fall as well. This has been the Big Ranch Show. I've been your host, Jacob Keck. I'll see you down the road.